car, my family played a game. My mom said, if you could be any superhero, who would you be? My twin brother immediately said Wolverine, my sister said the Hulk, and my mom said Wonder Woman. But I choose to be the greatest superhero of all time, Spider-Man. Of course, Wolverine is cool because he's got those long razor-sharp claws, and the Hulk is cool because he can smash stuff up, and Wonder Woman is cool because she's got that lasso of truth thing in his invisible jet, but no one is cooler than Spider-Man. Come on! You have to be pretty cool to be called the amazing Spider-Man. You really don't hear any of the other superheroes being called that. Then my mom said, Christopher, why do you choose Spider-Man? Okay, Mom, I'll tell you. But first, a history. Spider-Man is a superhero who appears in comic books published by Marvel Comics. He was created by writer-editor Stan Lee and writer-artist Steve Ditko. He first appeared in a comic book called Amazing Fantasy in August 1962. Here's how the story went. Peter Parker, a typical teenager from New York, goes on a school field trip to a science exhibit. While he's there, he gets bitten by a radioactive spider. The spider bite causes a bunch of changes to Peter's body and gives him powers similar to a spider. He has the ability to cling to walls, superhuman strength, and a sixth sense, or spidey sense, that alerts him to danger. He also has perfect balance and superhuman speed and agility. After his Uncle Ben is shot and killed by a robber, Peter decides to use his newfound powers to stop crime in his hometown. That's totally cool, right? So getting back to my mom's question, here's why I think Spider-Man is the best superhero. Spider-Man gets it. He was a teenager when he got his powers. He was being bullied in school, so he uses his power to rid the world of bullies, like Dr. Octopus, the Green Goblin, and his biggest arch enemy, Venom. Busting bullies is cool, but he's also a humble guy who doesn't brag about his awesomeness. His famous saying is that with great power comes great responsibility. In capturing these bullies, he uses the best superpowers. Some are given to him, and some he has to create on his own. Spider-Man is a really smart guy. He sews his own costume to disguise himself. He constructs mechanical web shooters that attach to his wrist. They can shoot out super sticky fluid in a variety of shapes. Sometimes it's a rope to swing from, a net to capture enemies, or a glove to stop cars or blind an opponent. How cool would it be to arrive at school by swinging on a spiderweb rope? Super cool! There are so many ways I could use Spider-Man's powers. The Spidey sense would be super cool when Mr. McElroy is about to surprise us with a test. And the superhuman strength would be awesome when you want to move the lunch table into the shade on a really, really, really hot day. And with superhuman speed, I could run the most miles during Fit Team. I'm obviously not the only one who thinks Spider-Man is the best superhero ever. He's a really popular guy. Along with comic books, his story has been told in coloring books, novels, and children's books. He has had 9 TV shows and 5 movies. The last one is being released this month, called, you guessed it, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I mean, seriously, this guy is so great, they even made a Broadway musical about him. So there you have it, Mom. Some of the reasons why I think Spider-Man is the greatest, coolest, awesomest superhero ever. And now that I've shared what I think about him, I hope you think he's amazing too. Spider-Man, Spider-Man,